Indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved, unholy friend. Thank you for joining me here again. I'm gonna go and get my water bottle, get my bomb, gonna get a massive nug of weed, gonna get a book of things for saying, gonna get cards and the book that comes along with them. Eventually, I'm just gonna have like a whole traveler's backpack, like game-esque inventory, where I just like unequip everything. I mean, oh, it's Isaac. Oh, I love you, brother man. It's so good to see you, man. How's things been, dude? I've been thinking about you a lot. I watched the new Joel Haver skit. I was thinking so much about you. I wanted to send you the link, but I thought you were gonna watch it yourself and then come and say something about it. So I was like, he knows. Isaac knows. Maybe you don't know yet. I win first comment prize the first time, Gob Nugget. I like how Gob is like, I win a first comment prize after 4 comments by Isaac, Shannon, Naomi. Love you, Naomi. How nice to have you here as well. Joy Vive, even. Morning to you, beloved friend. So nice having you. Shannon and Nana. Gateway Process. Your friends are just like waves of love washing over me. Eden, even too. Thank you for joining me, friends. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna be back right now. Like right, I'm gonna sprint. I don't want to miss a second of it. Oh no! Sicketh. Thank you for joining me, friends. Yes. Nug. Like, I know YouTube doesn't like me showing my nugs, but Reddit doesn't care. So I'm gonna see if I can show you on the Reddit without showing the friends on the YouTubes. Can I do this? Yeah, I can. I'm sorry, YouTube friend. YouTube is like watching me. Is like, come on, I dare you. I double dare you, dude. Dare you to show that marijuana. I'm having a moment of prep before going to breakfast. Having the best time here in Sedona. Hoping all the great times. Have you hit up Brother Ryan? Isaac. So, friends, this is what it looks like right now. Limited amount of light. Because I did technically. That didn't change much, did it? No. If it gets bad, I'll start it over again. But for now, I want the full brunt of the sun. Okay. I already feel lost. I feel like a lost kid just walked into like an amusement park. I'm so like over geek. I want to go on that thing. I'm gonna go here. I want to eat the new things. It's a golden yellow. It's a golden yellow. The light that is shining on me right now? It's a golden yellow. Maybe the color you're feeling from us. Oh, maybe my aura right now. Extreme willpower, maybe. In Spear Pirate. In Spear Pirate, you are unbounded and without form, but you are not without consciousness. Yeah. I hate when I'm Spear Pirate and I'm without consciousness. Beer Spirit and the weed. The weed. Oh, the weed. Golden yellow. It doesn't look golden yellow in person. That's the thing that's kind of odd to me. I was trying to. It looks brown on stream, but it's beautifully green. The amount of trichomes on this little boyki. In pure spirit, you are unbounded and without form, but you are not without consciousness. So, yes, see, that is exactly, almost exactly, the thing we're going to be talking about today. About taking off our disguise. You know, I watched again. I was like feeling this moment of I need to see something, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be seeing. And this was like basically as I was preparing a stream topic, thinking about what it is we're going to talk about today. And I got drawn to the Midnight Gospel again. And I go to the Midnight Gospel on Netflix, and I'm like thinking what episode I'm gonna watch. And of course, episode 5, the one where they're basically escaping that soul prison, comes back to me as this is the episode you need to watch. And I watch this episode again, and every single time I watch it, it feels like I'm a new person watching it. It's kind of odd at this point. But there was a quote that today especially resonated with me, and it's about the way that you free yourself, the way that you start living a life of freedom is just by taking off your prisoner disguise. You know, like the reason we feel trapped, the reason we feel like prisoners, is because we sometimes identify as prisoners. We identify as trapped. We identify as victims. You know, and it gets to the point where we've done it for so long that we don't know how to identify as anything else. You know, that we believe that we are this. Another beautiful quote from that the episode is, this body of yours, this fleshy thing, is like a vessel. It's like a submarine. We talked about this yesterday, interestingly enough. It's like a vessel or a submarine that is protruding into this experience that is life, like a snorkel, you know. But what happens is that we start to identify ourselves as the apparatus, as the snorkel, as the experiencing, instead of the experiencer, right? And it gets to the point where we completely become obsessed. We become obsessed, we become selfish, we start hurting others, we suffer. We actually suffer day to day by identifying with the snorkel instead of realizing that you are the breather. Huh? Good morning, Osu Lost. That episode makes me want to cry. That episode made me cry today. I cried twice. I cried, the first time I cried was when the heart was especially manic and, you know, like people are stabbing one another to death. And I cried on that scene. And then I cried again with the frustration scene, you know, like your pencil lead breaking, you wanting to pull your own hair out. I cried of that, and then I especially cried with the scene where they sing. You know, like goodness. Oh goodness, I can't even sing the words again. You know, but like the lyrics is basically like chopping someone's hand off and drinking from the stump. You know, that used to be freedom to me, and this realization that we're not separate. You know, that's what that episode was about as well. Like the way that he saved himself at the end of it is by seeing every single one of the other entities there with him as himself, as the depth of himself, realizing that every single one of them are wearing costumes of prisoners, wearing suits as prisoners, not being prisoners, but wearing the suit as prisoners, being the self, pretending to be a prisoner. And then that last scene where all of them have their bodies melted away and there's just these heads on this divine node, you know, this tapestry slash net of connectedness flowing throughout all of existence. I cried again. You know, freaking 25-minute episode, cries 3 times. Gets absolutely yassi. No, gets wobby bobabi. Gob Nugget. So much love to you. Again, Joy V, morning to you, friend. It's so nice to have you. You're still here, Isaac. I'm so happy you're having a great time. Love to you too, Shan. Thank you for sharing that love to our beloved friend. Yes, good morning, Mel. Glad to see you after a long week of traveling. Osu, I was waiting in this moment for you to cease traveling so that you can join us right now. Thank you for joining us, friend, for sharing the space. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought for a second I was misreading Ninja Peach's presence here because I saw someone else with the same little picture. Are you the monk? No, the monk is the monk. We have a monk friend here on Reddit as well, Bante. Bantu? Bante. I believe is his monk name. Monk Bante. I would like to have a chat with him in person one day as well. There was some initial spiciness with that friend that has been on my mind, but has melted away slowly but surely as well. He's also just doing his own thing, being a human being in the expression, wearing the suit, wearing the outfit of monk. Now I'm a monk. You shave my eyebrows and hair. And that's an expression, and it's one worthy of being had. And because he gets to have that expression, that version of himself that is living that expression gets to share from that expression. And certain people need to hear information from that expression, and he gets to be that node in the universe. So more power to him. Yes, there is nothing more therapeutic than a good cry sometimes, or multiple times. I cried yesterday as well, and yesterday's cry was uber therapeutic. Like yesterday's cry came to me as like one of the first cries in like weeks, and it was like getting slapped around a little bit. That episode drives home how tired our souls can get in this place, how we have to keep going, keep making mistakes over and over again, trying to get it right can be so exhausting. And then Clancy said, "It's hopeless." Yeah, it's hopeless. And hopeless isn't like, and they say it in that show as well. Hopeless shouldn't be seen as you should give up, right? Hopeless as in realize that you can't give up. Like there's no giving up. There's in the same way that you can't give up, you also can't win because it's not a competition. It's an experience. And I feel like that is something we get stuck on as human beings is we have this mindset of okay, how can I win? If I'm doing thing, how can I do thing better than anyone else? And you cannot live better than anyone else. Not really, right? Like you can live a good life, and that's what this space is about living good lives, about showing up for the things that we believe in, and in showing up for the things we believe in, getting to live better and better lives as a result of that. But every single life is a good life. You, friend, you. Yes, if you are in the vicinity to get you that you, you know, you. Yes, you. Your life is as grand, as significant, as special as any other life. Literally, think about your hero as a person, the person that you look up to. Oh, this life that they've lived. Your life is just as special, just as significant as any other lived life. Because life is about the experience. You're not trapped. That's the thing. That's the thing, Maxine. Within that exhausting feeling, we're exhausted because we're fighting against something, And again, that line of, it's like you're grinding a World of War character. Like you're just like, oh, I'm gonna get so good, and you're staying up, and sure, your character is getting stronger and stronger. But for what? For what? This character will go away eventually. Is that a chalice? I'll smoke up with you. This is a bong chalice. This is my chalice. Is a chalice a drinking vessel? I think so. Melting into this experience with you all. Thank you, on the. Thank you, beloved friend. It's so nice to see your username. How are you? How's the hill? I was thinking about the hill a lot today. I was sending good vibes. Are you from Hawaii, or if you don't mind answering this? No, Tyler Blozak. I'm not from Hawaii, friend. Godspeed to you too, though. I'm from South Africa. Geboren en grootgemaak in Suid-Afrika. Ek leef hier so vir baie lank al. Hierdie land is baie mooi. Het so baie potensiaal. Dis baie potensiaal, maar die mense is bietjie seer gemaak. Mense word nie gehanteer soos mense gehanteer moet word nie. Ek glo dis maar tydelik, maar dis definitief no. Thank you for asking, friend. I'm from South Africa. I'm planning on painting Clancy as a pretty character and the soul bird soon. Yes, pretty. I feel like I could be a little rainbow with notes on myself. Like I could definitely be that character one day. Afrikaner, technisch. Yes, ek is 'n Afrikaner, vriend. Thank you again for the melt world. Man, that For some reason, that award specifically presses buttons in my brain. Goodness, it presses buttons. We're gonna melt the world, friends. You know, and it's not gonna be violent. It's going to be loving. Melting to me, again, is this perspective of experiencing so much beauty, so much information within mind. That information turns back into noise. And the only thing, the only recourse that you can pull out of that noise is love as the truth from that noise. Melting. Yeah, straight up melting. Thank you. Thank you so much, Auntie. Again, so much love to you, friend. Vacation mode is now activated. Though I don't feel relaxed because I'm so busy planning for our road trip Friday. I mean, you have some time at least. You have some time, Naomi. You know, and it usually is one of those experiences where you have all of this time to plan, but all of the real planning and all of the real rushing is gonna happen like a day before. I had a transcendental experience at Brother Ryan's temple, genuinely life changing. The second most psychedelic I've ever felt. Yow! So, Brother Ryan offered our beloved Isaac as a belated honeymoon gift a sound bathing slash sound healing ceremony. And it was so amazing that Isaac would like rate it as his second most psychedelic experience ever. And that is without intoxicants. How freaking cool is that? I understand that, Naomi. I hope you get to get some moments of relaxation. I mean, as soon as she's there, I'm sure she will as well. Thank you for sharing that love, Shan. The place we're staying at has a massive window next to the bed with a view of a huge red rock mountain with cliffs facing us. Feels like a massive god standing over us. It is. It is God, as the massiveness of the red rock formation standing over you, friend. See it, worship it in that way. Love yourself in the same capacity. So much love to you. Thank you for sharing that imagery, man. Thanks to the time changes, we naturally get up at 5 a.m. So sunrise yoga and tea every day. Man, that sounds freaking blissed, dude. It was incredible. I have to tell you all more in depth in chat one day. Jasmine and I got to commune with our divinity and had a great meal after. Lots of chats discussing what we have learned. Dude, Isaac, just, I mean, you know, like you won't be able to explain to us in full depth of what it is you experience, but the fact that you get to do what it is you're doing, right? Have these conversations with someone that you're married to. You're going on a honeymoon with your now wife, and then you get to have cool chats. Like it's just that archetype, like that what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now is so beautiful, brother Bear. I love you, man. I'm so happy you get to have that. Thankfully, I took 2 weeks of vacation. This week is prep for road trip and my first ever concert, Rammstein in Montreal, Quebec. So next week, when we get home, is when the relaxation part starts. I'm sure you're gonna have an amazing time all the way through, Naomi. Just make the most of it. Lane is here as well, my man. So nice to have you. I share one visual I had while in the deep sound therapy. I saw a mask, a face contorting and changing more and more rapidly. I watched as it struggled in the space of calm frequency, resisting it. Then all of a sudden, snap, it broke in half and froze. It started glowing with light and changing into a beautiful glowing ball. It looked like the sun, and under the sun sprouted two wheat stalks. Kind of crazy, like a wraith around it. It was crazy. Dude, thank you for sharing that imagery. I could see it in my mind's eye as well. What does it mean? To me, obviously, you know, this is extreme bias. You like the mask is the persona slash the ego, and it tries to keep itself as a oneness, as a solid, as a thing, you know, and then it breaks, you know, eventually it melts apart and it snaps in half and froze, you know, and then it consolidated after being in this molten state, came back to that center core, that illumination, that light that is inside of you that is broadcasting outwards. And then from that outwards broadcasting, from that perceiver, from that observer being here in this moment, you get to experience things instead of believing that it's just a mask being the experiencer. I love you, brother, brother Isaac, dude. Thank you for sharing that with me. Yay, we meet again, dude. Naomi, the fact that you're both here. Are you Shanna? Isaac, that sounds so cool. I'm feeling upbeat so far. Yes, that makes me happy to hear. Glad you're upbeat. Me too, Isaac. This topic is so in line with our experience. So many visuals matching up with your concepts. Synchronicity. Like we're all in this trip together, dude. I'm pretty sure at this point, all of the mental work you friends do gets done to me and vice versa. Like we cannot help but grow now. Even if we grow in our own lives, we grow for one another. Tanaku. Nice to have you, cousin. Ganja for life. Which strain? This is again orange sherbet, friend. I haven't smoked just yet. Uh, what a thoughtful gift. It is beautiful, isn't it? Thank you. You're like encouraging as well. You're amazing, Ryan. Yes, you are. I don't know if Ryan is here right now, but if you're in this, I mean, he's somewhere in the universe right now. Ryan is amazing. It's there. Ryan doesn't need to hear it for the universe to have heard it. I can't imagine shaving my eyebrows. I'd be so itchy growing back. Do the gods really care about eyebrow hair? It's about complete modesty, complete abolishment, complete resignation, abandonment of vanity, I believe, is why they do it. Shaving your eyebrows makes you not worry about your eyebrows or something. Like it's different again, as you're mentioning, Joy Vive. To me, now I have to shave my eyebrows over and over again, and that doesn't sound like a vibe to me. How would I look without eyebrows? I guess like myself, but without eyebrows. Wow! Thank you. Thank you, man. Going to head out for some breakfast. I love you all. Mwah! Love to you, Isaac. Have an amazing time. Share as much of your beautiful depth with your beloved, as you can, friend. I'm sure she'll do the same for you. Thank you for stopping by, Isaac. Genuinely, I am in between the realms of awake and asleep. Dude, I had a whole trip today about the realm of sleep, dude. I was kind of like intimidated by it, weirdly enough. I don't know if intimidated is the right word. I was concerned. No, I was curious. I think curious is the right word. I was curious about where it is I'm going when I go to sleep, dude. Because I'm clearly going somewhere every single time. Like I'm noticing now that I'm going to the same place, or at least the place that I'm going. There tends to be themes. There tends to be. Uh, it's like I'm going to a classroom, kind of a vibe. Every single time I go to sleep now, I'm going to this space that is like a classroom, and then these entities are just like straight up schooling me. Like they showed me today this analogy of a train, and then they showed me this analogy of the infinity, and then they showed me the infinite universe being encapsulated within another infinite universe, being encapsulated within another infinite universe. And instead of just having these universes be like mostly empty space and then a planet here and there, it was like all of the stuff in that space was like outputting plasma. So they were liquid slash solids slash spheres slash permeable slash solid, but still flowing. It was way too hard for me to explain in words. And then this train, I don't know what exactly the train was. In my personal opinion, as I was dreaming it, I was experiencing the train as the conscious force, and this train was just cutting straight through these universes. And then I kind of like went behind the train's wake, and I could see as it went through all of these universes, these layers of universe that it went through. And I was like, oh, neat. What is that supposed to mean? And I wake up and I write it down. I don't know if I'm gonna like. I don't know if we will do a whole stream on that. I don't know if I can do a whole stream on that. But it felt like in that moment, like a very emotionally revealing experience. Like when you have a psychedelic trip and you remember or you notice something and you're like, oh, like that's what my dreams are like pretty much every single night. Except I don't get to remember much of them, which is the other caveat. Sounds amazing. Please do not shave your eyebrows. Well, since you asked, Maxine, I guess I won't shave. I'm very familiar with that realm lane. Lurking and driving. Drive safe, Jovan. Thank you for joining us. Diana, joining us as well. So much love to you, beloved friend. We're gonna schmank some Mary Joanne's. Just a little bit. Just a little schmitch. This is my first time today, so it's definitely gonna kick our ass. So we have to make sure our ass gets kicked for a reason, What's our intention for getting our ass kicked? I want my ass kicked so hard that my prisoner uniform falls off and I emerge as a pure being of light. Pure being of understanding, pure being of recognition, pure being of compassion. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, I have Christian on my shoulder being like, be careful what you wish for. Damn it, Christian. I know what I'm wishing for. And he's like, no, you don't. I love you, friends. To becoming our best selves, to dropping the parts of ourselves that we don't want to identify with. You know, to dropping our suffering, to dropping the parts of ourselves that we consider to be our prisons. It's our pain, it's our relationship, it's our job, it's our nanama. To me at this point, literally my body. You know, like I feel I've tried to free myself from all of the other prisons, and now the last prison I'm in is my own body. I thought about God upon thinking, you know, this thought, where I have to now cut my nails, and I have to brush my own teeth, and I have to wash my own hair, and I have to wash my body. I have to take myself on walks. I have to feed myself food. And today is one of those days where my pet just doesn't want to eat food. Where my mind is like, I think we should feed the pet food, and the pet is like, nah, fam. Why are you so finicky? But we're not. We're not imprisoned. We're not imprisoned. We got to choose all of it. You know, even the other prisons that we added onto ourselves. And just for a moment to recognize that and let go of it. TTB 1347. It is a beautiful day, friend. Thank you for joining me and sharing this day with me as well. Blessings unto you. Okay. Damn. Man, this. Guess I'm getting what I wished for. Oh, goodness. So much information. You're not a prisoner, friend. Hey, I'm back after a long time. How you doing, newbie guitarist? It's been months. Actually, yeah, it's been months. I'm doing well, friend. I'm paying attention, especially these days, to victim mentalities. How I'm really good, like really, really good at convincing myself I've been wronged. You know, like I am good at articulating things, but unfortunately, it comes with this caveat of I'm also good at convincing myself of things. So if I'm not tuning into a state of awareness, if I'm not tuning into the understanding that I'm not a victim, that I'm not a prisoner to any circumstance or any situation, then I get myself so riled up in believing that things should be one way or another. Oh, if this wasn't like this, then things would be better. Mm, yeah, I'm sure. I'm so sure because look at how logic. Look, all of this logic, I make sense. And my brain is like, yeah, actually, does kind of make sense. Maybe I am a victim. Yeah, maybe love isn't true. Yeah. No, no, stop, stop it. Why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we believe things should be anyway? You know, the fact that things are in the first place, we should be looking into. You know, and like kind of living into that as our freedom. instead of seeing it as as our prison, right? Like this experience, you cannot escape this experience. Sure, your body can die, but you're still going to be just as present. You're still going to be this presence in this moment, right? The thing that is aware, the observer behind the human being that you've been living as. There's no escaping this. That's what the whole quote of it being hopeless comes from as well. If you're trying to strive for some sort of escape, trying to strive for some sort of outside of your inside, it's always going to be futile. You cannot escape yourself. You- because self is everywhere. It's literally in the amoebas. It's in the microorganisms eating the dirt right now. Self-awareness, awareness, the fact that I'm hungry. Nom 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 nom. Eats food. It might not have the ability to sense as much as you can, not even remotely, but it still has that self, has that I am fundamentally in it. That is bonkers to me. It is so wild. I see it in my pets. I see it in the birds. Yo, I see it in the birds more than ever. And I've been paying attention to the birds. I feel like they've been paying attention to me as well. It's difficult to fathom. Like this is what I do when I look at birds. I kind of like to extrapolate back the fact that their descendants were the dinosaurs, and then noticing their behavior, watching the way they socialize, the fact that they make sounds at one another. Like, listen to that little dude. Slaps, yo. What, like, those sounds are so unique. So I tried to imagine what sounds the dinosaurs have made. I don't think they would have just made, growly, you know, scream noises. I think they would have been pretty articulate, weirdly enough. And alongside that, the question of leisure, comes to me as well, where in this context of not being imprisoned and being able to see yourself as not a prisoner, the way that I allow myself to do that is by watching the birds as well. Like these dudes, they're free. They're free to do whatever they want to. They're free to go wherever they want to. And there is no complaining for them in being where it is they are. Like they just are. And those birds are singing so beautifully. Like it's tripping me out almost. As there's three of them, there's four of them sitting together. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. If you can't see them, you can't see them. There's a red pole, and then there's one sitting on that red pole, and then there's three above them. The one just flew away. They're the ones making those sounds. I've lost my train of thought. I've lost my train of thought. No, I haven't. It's back right now. Within that presence, within that little bird, right? Out of his eyes, he's seeing the world from the perspective of the divine, from the perspective of the observer. And you've never really, at least I haven't, thought about the birds as imprisoned or trapped. If you put a bird in a cage, obviously it's a different circumstance, but looking at birds in nature, and technically we are the exact same. We are not different. And these experiencers, right? Like you are an experiencer. You're experiencing consciousness through the highest form of technology on this planet right now, the human body. But it is still the experiencer experiencing through it. And we have created so many rules, so many contrived rules that we feel like we're in prison. We have created so many layers of separation at this point that we no longer see the thing that we always are, the fundamental observer living in this experience. And then again, coming back to the point I'm trying to make of leisure, being able to sit and do nothing, right? Meditate, if you will. Animals meditate all the time. Animals meditate so much. It might be sleeping as well, which is a whole nother trip, because I still believe that sleeping is your spirit accessing the realm of spirit, and in doing so, it also heals your body. Whole nother trip in itself. But animals are constantly in this state of calm unless there is danger, and they might be a little bit more high strung, especially the birds, but there is so much calm, there is so much easiness, there's so much rest in their experiences. And I feel over the next few years, we're going to be transitioning into a post growth society where we've done it, for most people at least. We have done the thing that extreme economic growth was supposed to do. And if we can now transition to post growth, where instead of being completely infatuated with infinite growth, more and 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 more products, money, whatever, right? Like we're going to transition to a society where more isn't the objective anymore. And it's ironic calling myself Meltmore, but the objective is going to be balance. Technically, Meltmore is that to me as well within the infinity symbol, but balance in the way where the growth that we've experienced up until this point, instead of continuing that growth in a trajectory, we're going to distribute that growth in a way where it's going to touch everybody, so that we can actually like have the growth that we've experienced in society when it comes to our technology, access to information, proper decent living standards, for example, as well, that comes along with technology. If we can redistribute all of these things, and we have, I think probably 15-fold, we have the resources to do that as well. If we can do that for all of humanity, what is humanity going to look like? How much more growth will we be capable of if all of humanity is taken care of first? Like I'm looking forward to watching this, reality that we're a part of unfolding with you friends. I'm back after long. How are you doing? I am into NoFap. It's 15th day and I feel insane power in me. I feel so confident and aggressive. I don't want to be aggressive. If you're feeling aggressive, do push-ups. And then keep doing push-ups. Because the nice thing about aggressivity and push-ups is the more aggressive you feel, the more push-ups you can do. And the more push-ups you can do, the less your aggressivity is good for. If you've done 150 push-ups today, you won't be able to punch someone. You won't be able to. Like you will go limp noodle as you're trying to fling your, fist forward because your pecs are gonna be so wrecked. So channel that aggressive, that testosterone into exercise, friend. NoFap does work, but it's not gonna give you anything that's outside of yourself. It's basically your biology that you're hacking. It's still just you. Being good at convincing yourself of things is a good, normal human trait. It's just that not everyone is self aware of it. Rosie Dove, isn't that the truth? Very people are very unaware. A lot of people, very people. A lot of people are very unaware of their behaviors and why it is they have certain behaviors. It's interesting. And I'm a victim of that as well, probably. It's probably behaviors that I have that I'm still not aware of. But I try to be like extremely critical where I do something and then I'm like, and then there's this observer. I'm like imagining a whole scene with like an audio sound effect, dong dong, and then it like camera pans to this observer sitting in a dark room, like completely blacked out on like a nice comfy chair, and he's like, why? But why? But why did you do that? But why? And then the monkey mind, the one is just like and it's standing there. It was like, and then the elephant mind, the one that is And it's also something like that. It was like, well, you see, we like I was like, yeah, I thought so. And then I get to not do the thing next time. Man, I'm getting cold. I'm getting cold. Damn. Why is it getting so cold? I thought it was actually turning into summer again. Gabby's body so wobabied in this chat. Boxy. I don't know exactly what that means. Gab, are you wrecked right now? Like when you mentioned body, it's probably because you should exercise your body and sprinkle in some meditation. There we go. Gab knows exactly. Yeah, that is exactly what you should do, friend. Get yourself absolutely jacketh to the max. Get so jacketh that you can rip the electrons off the air by swiping your hand through it. That is how jacketh I want to be, friend. I want to be able to instant transmission. I want to, and then be somewhere else. I want to be able to one punch people. I'm sorry. Suddenly, all of that energy came to me. Morning, Gabi. Thank you, Maxine, for sending the love too, friend. I have constant flow of energy nowadays. You should then constantly be doing push-ups. Any single time you have an excess of energy, do visceral push-ups. Like you should be doing like upside down push-ups by the end of your no fab session, friend. Their singing is so comforting, right? It's just like this. I don't even know what they're saying. I feel like they're communing. It's like music, straight up. I'm tuning in. Hey, Kira Verb! Sunshine Sister, joining us again. So nice to see you, friend. So much love to you. The sweetest. I love you. Beloved bitch and babes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Starts cracking energy. I see you every day. And I see you too, friend. Thank you for joining me today, for saying something. Hope to see you again. It's Charge. I like it. I like your username, friend. Ah, shucks. Thank you for the love, I'd be. Thank you so much for seeing me, friend. What would the mass focus on without as many issues in the world? The mass would focus on love. Huh, yeah, art, exactly, Rambler. Art is an expression of love. Love is going to be the fundamental force, I believe, of our humanity going forward, probably from the year 2044. you know? And then, if love is the truth on every single human heart, how could we lose? It's not possible. It's not possible for us to lose. Because everything we do is going to come from that fundamental force of love. The art we make, the way we talk to people, the relationships we form. You can't be selfish if it's you. You can't steal when you're stealing from yourself. Like, please, if you're sensitive, this is gonna be a quote from Midnight Gospel. If you're sensitive to extreme imagery, close your ears now, or like mute the stream because this is brutal. You cannot piss into the gouged out eyeballs of someone else when you realize it's yourself. There's like an actual, there's an actual line like that in a song. It's like in song form. Oh goodness, man! Midnight Gospel is so visceral, and yet you can't do stuff like that when it's you. It's you. You're hurting yourself. Can't hurt anyone else. And the joke is, even if you're believing in separation and you're hurting someone else, even in that you're hurting yourself. On an emotional, on a story level, where now this is what your persona sees is happening, right? You're still the observer, fundamentally. The observer loves so much, it will bear witness to murder, for example. But now, as it has bared witness to this murder, the ego tells itself a story of you're a murderer. You were a murderer because you killed someone. You're a murderer. So again, even if you don't believe you killed yourself, you've killed yourself. You're gonna continue killing yourself for the rest of your life that way. And I feel it's almost like kindergarten esque to me at this point. Like it feels simple enough, and then I feel like I'm being naive at the same time. Drink drinking blood from a stump of a prison guard that I just chopped up. That used to be freedom to me. Something like that. Pissing into the gout. I can't even do it ironically. It's too brutal. It's so brutal. And yet that's what humanity has been able to do though. What would we focus? Alright. I hope that is the mass. I just worry about the ones that can't seem to function without constant conflict. I feel like just watching the news curb the craving for drama. The people that definitely and unquenchingly crave violence or conflict are going to be playing games on B. To be real about it, that is how we're going to take care of it. You know, like there is definitely going to be an extreme size of the population that will not believe in themselves. You know, that's why it's so important for us to be doing this. That's why I'm like, broken record, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. I'm gonna be broken record believing in yourself until I'm dead. I promise. And the reason for that is because the future we're heading into, things are gonna be crazy. There's gonna be more abundance than ever before. We're gonna live in an abundance culture, not in a scarcity culture. Actual abundance. And then from this abundance, we're going to have to fill our time somehow. And you can fill your time any way you want to. And it's going to be just as divine of an experience, no matter what you choose. But choosing to create and choosing to love, I believe is going to be the truth. It's going to be the best experience you can have in this game, this simulation, this round of existence, you pretending to be a different version of the self you always are, right? And some people will choose to only see, to only observe. And I'm going to reiterate that that is okay. But I believe that this space are going to be a space of creators, a space of people that want to bring more beauty into the world. They will just, you friends are just going to be, you know, experiencing the beauty of it just the same. Like you're going to be playing games and watching shows and etc just as much, but at least you'll believe in yourself enough to want to create those things as well. You know, to not tell yourself a story of, oh, these are the way that things are, and all I am is a consumer. All I am is but someone to be catered to. Because that is what a lot of people are going to believe about themselves. This space of individuals believes that they are worthy of being catered to, right? Robots bringing you your food, for example. But at the same time, we're also going to be creating things for other people, catering to other people, serving other people, remembering other people, loving other people. And if we can remember that with the future we're heading into, we're gonna be a-okay. You're gonna be just fine. Everything's gonna see all right. Never commit suicide. Aggressive. Like if you commit suicide, I'm gonna tear a hole in reality and tackle you into the earth. I'm gonna keep tackling you into the earth, throw you into the burning core of our planet. Are you convinced? Don't you dare, please. Stay alive, friends. It's gonna be a beautiful future we're moving into. I know it's a bit brutal right now. Things can feel hopeless, but they're not. You are the hope. You literally are the hope. Valley Boy, what a place. I miss being in nature for real. And here you are, friend, in nature with me now. I believe that this is something that I'm supposed to do as well. As we're going into a hyper connected, and a lot of the stuff we're going to be seeing in the future is going to be rendered. It's just as important for us to go out into nature and to share these nature experiences together. Thank you, Valley Boy. Exactly. Not everyone craves peace. They can kill people in games, Maxine, all they want. My brother, for example, I was thinking about that last night. My brother kills a lot of people in games. Like he hasn't stopped killing people in games daily for like the last 5 years or something, you know? So there's definitely a part of him that is getting channeled into that space instead of it getting channeled into reality. Maybe some of it is bleeding into reality, but I would rather have him channeled into that space than into reality. So the next generation of violent individuals have an outlet at least. It's no longer we're no longer the people that we've been. We have access to things that changed us, literally. It's such a dark song with beautiful voice. It is, I sang along. I think more and more are choosing love, but not sure it's the majority just yet. 1%, the one monkey on B. The 1% or the one monkey. Takes 1%, friend. Takes 1% of us to choose love for all of us to choose love. It's gonna be a switch. It's gonna feel it's gonna feel almost easy. Thinking about God in this as well. I'm going to metamorphize to a super being eventually, and it will shoot and transform the Java lovers into puppies, kitties, and burbies with laser beams that get tooted out of my booty. I'm just imagining Gob going about like exactly like this. I'm gonna do it for you, friends, because this is Gob energy here. Gonna go, and then he's gonna see bad guys in that general direction. He's gonna go, hey, you bad guys! Boop. Turns them into a puppy. Bad guy. You boop. Turns him into a puppy. It's gonna be both cutesy and adorable and uber terrifying at the same time. You're gonna be like, oh, look at that. Okay, I know what I'm going to be spending my time and I know what I'm going to be spending my time and energy on. I believe. Yes, we are. The most goodest, the bestest of estest on B. Keep sharing that love. Reddit says slow translator. Reddit, indeed, friend. Thank God someone has a solution. We are all one. Even the people we don't want to be one with are part of us. Exactly, Rambler. It's going to take them a time to come around. And even if it takes enough time for them to die, they'll still come around. They'll still be reunited with, the infinity. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, oh, 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 extreme realization. I was so stupid. Now I remember. I was supposed to serve and love. Mm, it certainly is not. Misinformation and media manipulation is extremely effective at keeping the population volatile. Oh yeah, that's true, Gob. That's very true. This is why I don't watch the news. I haven't in years. The whole left-right thing in America for me, I don't even understand it. It doesn't even make sense in my brain. I was taught that anger is a secondary emotion and technically it doesn't exist. I mean, I'm going to continue reading your message. And that it's always masking how you truly feel. Most of the time, it's hurt or sorrow. Violence is not the way. I do agree with that completely, with the second statement, especially. The violence is not the way. But I don't know if I agree with anger is not real or doesn't exist. I completely feel where you're coming from this perspective of it's masking your pain or your sadness in a moment. But I've been angry, not disappointed, not sad, just with a fury, angry. Like, and I'm genuinely reflecting right now, Maxine. There was no sadness. There was no pain. There was just destruction, extreme, like fire. Like a lava pit boiling over and spewing molten goo everywhere. The bad kind of melt more. The other side of the infinity. Oh, shamash, shamash. Oh, shamash. Look at this sweetie patootie. Oh, shamash. Oh, shamash, shamash, shamash. Hello, puppers. Doggo the wolf. She just like straight up was like, peace out. I'm sorry about that. Such an accurate depiction. It's almost like I love you, Gob. It's almost like I love you, dude. Oh man. Wait. My body is not the way. Fear has been a driver for me. Fear as anger. It looks more powerful, right, than fear does. Weirdly enough, animals do that as well, right? On B. Like animals represent fear as anger or aggression or being defensive. Such an accurate depiction. Me as well. I love you so much, Gab. I'm so happy that I could share that moment, friend. Because as soon as I read your message, I saw that imagery in my mind, of how exactly you would do it, and I had to share it with the rest of our friends. Me as well, to the point where a psychic called me out on it, trying my best not to be fearful of the world. Fear is belief or faith in evil. What do you think about that? Fear is faith in evil, where love is faith in good. Same thing, spectrums of the same thing. It's so much better than murdering them. Just get to live, but now as a puppy. Yeah, I do actually kind of agree. You know, like you were doing too much damage with the power you've been given as a human being. So be a puppy instead. Oh, rip the pillow apart. Oh no. But human beings have killed millions. Goodness. Human beings have done a lot of damage. And if you aren't responsible with the power that you've been given, then it could be taken away by God. It's gonna turn you into puppy, yo. When I was younger, I went to anger management classes, and there they told us that it's a secondary emotion. It helps see my anger objectively and let go easily. Thank you for sharing that, Maxine. Like this is what we do in this space. Like I rarely just accept things in my life in general. So it's not me trying to fight you or saying that you're wrong, your way of seeing the world is wrong. I'm just sharing what in that moment your words made me feel. And neither of us are wrong. Neither of us are right necessarily. But both of us get to have an experience in sharing that experience. Thank you for sharing this experience with me, friend. Really cool. You got that experience. I'm happy that you actually had the opportunity. Like I never even had access to stuff like that when I might have needed it. Honestly, learned so much from those classes that affected the rest of my life. Being an angry teen can suck. You're mad at the entire world. Yeah, you're mad at the entire world, and it starts with an extreme hate of yourself. An extreme not wanting to be you. And then that hatred grows and grows and grows because every single day you wake up as yourself still, so you have to get to know and get to love that self. That's why it's so important. That's why you have to believe in it. Sending you so much love and positivity. Congratulations. Wishing you both much love and peace. Thank you, Diana, for that love. I actually had to do some work. This is Gob. Hope you chatters are well today. Gob, thank you for the day. Even better that you're here with us. Your space is always, your energy is always felt. Besides work, sit and do nothing. What's that? I hate it. I'm well inside my mind. Thank God. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that as well. I'm almost sitting doing nothing because Natalie's here as well. Otherwise, I would remember to stop and eat. Hmm, that's true. I almost, I am almost sitting doing nothing because otherwise I wouldn't remember to stop and eat. Been coming into a really comfortable place mentally and spiritually. I had a heartfelt wish for patience with this life, and it's coming true. God, just hearing those words, dude, and I felt it. Weirdly enough, I felt it in myself, and I felt it within the whole as well, right? Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, when you do work on yourself, when you become better within yourself, when you practice a little bit more patience, when you practice a little bit more calm, when you practice a little bit more love for your whole, you are literally bringing more love into the whole. Like you, as a node of consciousness, is now choosing a loving experience over a hateful one, over a fearful one. And that changes everything for everyone. You have that power, friend. Please, please, I beg it to you. Choose love. Believe that love is true about your experience, and it will be. So happy to hear that. Meltmore is in a good state. Rather than solidifying and becoming rigid, you allow flow of the constant change. Exactly that. Like realizing that the state of melting, losing my ego, is a ceaseless one. And it's not something that I have to worry about or try and change in its in of itself. Right, Natalie? I have to stick to a routine, otherwise I wouldn't eat. I almost do the exact same thing. I have a specific time of day that I eat as well. Being a sham of a toddler and a dog was a game changer for remembering to eat when they do. Nice. That actually helps. Melt that bird wants your attention for a moment. I've been giving gang attention. Like I feel it's almost like they've been speaking through me today. I have on my phone, TV, and kitchen Diana. Multiple melts. Suddenly, a Bante just went live. The monk friend that someone asked about is actually live right now. If you're still curious, friend. Love it, love it, love you. All melty and friends. Love you that too, Diana. Thank you. Been isolating so much lately. This is really nice. The space is always open to you, friend. Know that you were loved. And we see you. Thank you. We love you, Diana. Thank you for the love. Better with your company, my kind friend. I'm disappointed in myself, if I'm being totally honest. Diana says, honestly, I just feel like I'm not enough right now. Not for myself, not for my children. It's like I have this recurring dream where I'm crawling on the ground, trying to stand up and run, but I cannot. I wake up defeated night after night. Thank you, Natalie, for the love. Thank you, Shannon, for the love. Diana, I'm so sorry to hear that, friend. Like, why is it you're feeling that way? Are there expectations in your life that are not being met? Are your children not fed? Are you not taking care of yourself as well as you should be? Like, instead of feeling this way and just feeling this way, my masculine mind always tries to problem solve in situations like this. What is it we can change so that you can feel some change? What is it that we can do differently so that you can feel like you are enough? Make a list, start somewhere, because this is not something that you are, friend. And if you have to prove that to yourself sometimes, you can. But know that Diana, in my world, is a whole person. Right? Think about that. To every single person in your world, you are a whole person. You're not incomplete. Nobody looks at you and is like, yeah, if only this person had this, and that, and so, and then this and this, and then maybe this and that and this, then they would be a full person. People don't do that, but we do that to ourselves. Oh yeah, if only I had this, and if I had a family, and if I had a house and a car, and if I had a good paying job, and then if I had a mortgage and or I had a pension, and then you're here now. You're here now. There's nowhere else to be. Thank you, friend, for being here with me. Love you, Diana. You were enough. You were whole. I'm proud of you for saying that, Diana. We love you so much. Diana, I totally feel you. I really, really do. You are doing your best, and that is enough, my sweet friend. Motherhood can be very lonely, and I hope I don't sound selfish. Of course not, Diana. You're a mom with like kids, like that in and of itself is an experience not many people can understand. Diana, I have felt that way before, and the understanding and lack of ability to climb out of that feeling by yourself. It's crazy to melt saying that right now. Love you guys. I thought of not being here for 2 days. Never, Diana. That's not okay. Because that is selfish. I believe committing suicide is selfish because the only thing you're ensuring by committing suicide is that things don't get better. You don't ensure things won't get worse. The only thing you're ensuring is that things don't get better by committing suicide. Like when I had that as a revelation to me after I got out of my depressive state as well, I was like, damn, things will get better, friend. They always do. They always change. They'll get worse again as well, you know. But we're ticking forward. We're experiencing life in a way that not many people have had the opportunity to. So we have to make the most of it. Like there's nowhere else to be. Even if you're not here as a human, you're gonna be somewhere else as something else. And you're gonna be dealing with the exact same shit you're dealing with right now. And if you can't deal with the shit you're dealing with right now, you're not gonna be able to deal with it there. Because there is gonna be here and it's gonna be now. There is no place that is more indicative of growth than the place in which you're in and the time that is now. From this moment forward, you will do everything else in your life. There's so many ways to say it. You are empowered, friend. You are so powerful, ridiculously powerful. And you're powerful enough to seize this experience, even. But that's not the way you should be using your power. I don't believe. I don't believe in telling you what to do. But if telling you not to commit suicide is me telling you what to do, then you better freaking listen. Not selfish at all, Diana. Motherhood is the toughest job there is. I believe that's she added the parentheses. I believe motherhood is just, like actually a divine duty. Divine duty? I don't know if duty is the right word. Responsibility? Divine responsibility? Again, comes with a bunch of baggage. I think of it as this archetype. As soon as you become a mother, you almost take on a universal energy. Like the mother is like an archetype within the universe, and it changes everything. It changes everything. Believe it gets easier over time, and the tough times are only making you stronger. They're gonna get older, Diana, and it's gonna get easier, and they're gonna start helping you even to make it even easier. You so got this. You have no idea, Shan. I feel like you're giving me a hug always. We do understand. We do understand, Diana. I don't, but we have, mothers in this space that will completely resonate with you. So us as a collective, us as Meltmore, understands all of you honest like here, Isaac, Jovan, Lane. You're all my number ones and our Melty. Thank you, Diana, for the love, friend. Parenthood in general is non-stop job. Add in the PPD. Add in that PPD can hit over 2 years after birth. Post PPD, postpartum
Pas-
depression.
PSD,
PPD. As jy na jy 'n kind gehad
postpartum depression.
my mom had postpartum depression. You want to tell us about that a little bit? We're talking about that right now.
Yeah, you want to kill yourself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
And
we
some,
have a friend who has like multiple children and has some hard days as well.
ja. Dit word beter met medikasie.
Het my medikasie gevat.
Ja,
Regtig?
ja.
Ek het geweet nie wat.
Ek kan onthou nie.
Antidepressant.
Mm,
So my mom says it gets better, and medication can help. So like my stance on antidepressants, if it's a tool, if
mm,
it's something that you get to use to come back to a base level, and then from base level you get to build patterns, systems within your life that allows you to escape the depression, then you're using the tool right. How did you
mm.
stop using the antidepressants?
Toe ek begin beter voel het ek dit opgehou drink.
Okay.
Nie meer gevoel het ek wil van die brug af ry nie.
Hmm. Thank you, Mama. She says when she started feeling better, she stopped using the antidepressants. I hope you feel better soon, Diana. You're so loved. What are the odds of my mom joining us literally as we're having that conversation as well? She brought me a sweet pie, sweetie pie. It's like a chocolate dome with a creamy vanilla inside. It's pretty nice. I'm working. I haven't had one in like literally a decade or more. Like, oh, it's been more than a decade. No, goodness, I'm not. No, please, please, have mercy on me. It's 14 years ago. Yeah, 14 years ago, more than a decade ago. It's gonna be a whole experience. I'm gonna tune back into 10-year-old Mel, buying sweetie pies from the school tuck shop, the primary school tuck shop. Honest here. So much love to you again. I hate to come in and sometimes, most times lately, when they asked if I'm okay, I have to be the fly in the milk. I want to tell you only positive. No, Diana, this space isn't about, yeah, we're always happy. We're just happy. Yeah, we're so happy. We're always happy. That's not who we are. I've cried in this space. I've shared my, lament. Oh, why is life like this? I've done that multiple times, friend. You get to do that too. We're not gonna love you any less for it. Not being okay is okay, and we're gonna be like, come here, Diana, holds on to you, gives you a hug, nuzzles your head a little bit, be like, you're gonna be so fine. I had two babies that share October, 1 and 2. I mean, it's easy birthdays, 10 and 13 as well. Little gangsters. They're gonna get better, Diana. Like at this age, they're really brutal. I understand. I remember myself at that age. I don't know if they're fighting one another, but that makes it even worse. They might be. Oh goodness, luck to you, friend. Love to you. Diana, I have brought all of my baggage here and never felt like I was spoiling and still felt like I added to the human experience. You always do, Natalie. You always do, friend. And like looking at your name, I don't see any of the baggage you shared, right? Like the fractal that is in my mind is one of love, of Natalie. You know, like unfortunate. I don't know if it's unfortunate. I think it's fortunate actually. I know what you look like, of course, and then I have the added fractal of your little boy Spider-Man posing in the mud, as a fractal that comes along with you. That amount of love. My blessings. I feel like I'm just dropping the freaking ball. I'm on so pissed off of myself. Sorry, friends. No, Diana, feel it. Feel it. This space is about getting better at feeling, not just feeling better. Stuff like that. I remember last year, if I was sitting exactly where it is I'm sitting right now, as 1 year ago's version of myself, that would drive me so crazy where I wouldn't have the ability to speak words anymore. And now, 1 year later, we have gotten better at feeling, noticing the feelings arise in us, and then being like, oh, hello, feelings. The feelings can continue going. Oh, new feelings now. Oh, hello, new feelings. Oh, new feelings. Oh, hello, new feelings. Instead of reacting to the feelings, right? Oh, I feel sad. Kill myself. No, just sit with the feelings. Sad. Wow. Depression. Wow. Existential dread. Wow. Hmm. 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 And then you see a dog, or a bird, or your son, or a flower, a loved one, and then you feel something else. Believe that there are beautiful experiences to be felt, and you will be allowed to feel them, friends. You have to drop a soccer basket to dribble it, and the soccer ball shouldn't tough the hands. You're doing great, Anna. I'm really trying. Yes, you are, friend. It's like swimming upstream so alone. Anyone know of lemon or limes for cleansing the energy? I brought 20 of each. Yes, I'm desperate to be happy again. So the citrus oils in the skins, has like an uplifting energy in and of themselves as well. So if you really want to get creative, you can cut these oranges and limes, take the skins, and then squirt them on your skin. Those oils will actually become absorbed by your skin as well, and you'll smell amazing while you're doing it. Might be a tactile, visceral experience. I'm holding you in my heart, my friend. You're not alone, and even though sometimes it feels that way, you're not. When I say my thank yous at bedtime, I say thank you for all of you friends included. Me too. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that, Shan. I'll be taking it even more with me, into night's thank yous as well. Lemon water is good for you. Cleanses the liver. There we go. Thank you so much, babe. I do too. Woke up so anxious and sick. Because of it, I had a full blown panic attack. But I put it on old video, and it helped so much, I think. Not to think I know what I'm doing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong, friend. There's a lot of energy in the world right now. And I believe the people that are drawn to this space happen to be the type of people that are sensitive to the universe's fluctuations as well. The planet's fluctuations, humanity's fluctuations right now. So, along with that, there's going to be some intense, anxious, dread feelings as well, because those intense, anxious, dread feelings are within our collective humanity. And feeling those things doesn't make you any less, Diana. Doesn't make you like it doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't say anything about you. It's an experience. And if you can be with that experience and not identify with that experience, it might even be a beautiful one. I recommend diffusing purification oils for cleansing your home and thieves oils. There we go. I'll pay for any help, friend. There we go. I mean, Diana, if you want to pay someone for help, reach out to Shannon. She's a medicine mother. She can make you a Bach, batch remedy. It's basically flower essences put into a water remedy that you can drink, for betterment, for healing. Do reach out to her. I have multiple diffusers. Thank you, Melty. While I stand in my kitchen cleaning. Thank you, Diana, for the love, friend. Purification oils would be citronella, rosemary, lemongrass. There you go. Please, Diana, like figure a way out. You friends, like, unfortunately, the YouTube is very difficult, but figure a way out to reach out to Shannon, or Shannon, figure a way out to reach out to Diana. I think these school shootings and things, there we go. You're feeling it, friend. You're feeling all of it. No, I'm not totally 100%. Would never leave my kids. There we go. Take each moment in time, divine calling. Absolutely. My mom being here. I think taking care of my kids and my father. I feel meant to stop and join and see Diana. Thank you, Natalie. Maybe I need a break or a trip alone. Postpartum depression. Diana, can you? Can you leave your kids with your dad for a weekend or a week and go somewhere for yourself? My mom actually did the same for herself and it treated her well. Melt Mom is so amazing. Even with what she went through, you've got this, Diana. Thank you, Natalie. Melt Mama, I'll send the love to her. Thank you, Melt Mama. I'm in shock. She is, she's such an angel in light. She really is. She's my original teacher. She's the reason I am the way I am. A beach trip might be just what you need, Diana. If you can arrange that, I encourage you to give yourself the time. Thank you for that encouragement as well, Shan. Please thank her for me and my four girls. I will surely do that, Diana. Thank you. I have been on medication for 20 years. I'm happy you've had help. Do you have any appointment with a psychiatrist? Do you have an appointment with my psychiatrist August 26th? That's a very interesting question. I don't think I do. It's not baggage anymore because I've let it go. There we go, Natalie. Me too, friend, for what it's worth. I also let it go. Just know it's more pills. I'm reaching for a holistic route just so expensive. One visit is $500. Yeah, that's also criminal. That is what I know I need. I love you all so much. You're my family. Diana, we love you, friend. Breathe. Continue breathing. You're not doing anything wrong. If you're taking the next breath, you're doing something right. You've done something right enough to be in this moment right now, to experience this moment right now. I believe you'll be continue doing things right enough to experience more. Diana, journal these thoughts and be open to a medication or dose change. As a tool that can help. Remember that there is always love for you, even when you don't feel it for yourself. Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate you sharing that as well, friend. I feel like I can't reach out. You know, like it's best to just not be a gray cloud. Diana, whatever you believe becomes reality. I keep saying that to you, friends. I do believe it. You know, I'm actually kind of serious about it. Like, I'm so serious about it in my house where I don't allow my family to say things that are bad. You know, like if my mom complains about something, I'm like, stop. You're manifesting right now. Because that's what we do. If we're like, oh, I'm just a gray cloud and nobody wants to spend time with me, and you're proclaiming that to the universe and you're believing it within yourself, then you're going to be contracting yourself away from people, and then they won't be able to spend time with you. And then in that, you're going to convince yourself that this thing that you've convinced yourself of is in fact true. That yes, I am a gray cloud and nobody wants to spend time with me. Oh yes, nobody wants to spend. Oh, yeah. Don't manifest something you don't want. Please, please, it's more important for us than ever to manifest the realities that we know we deserve, you know, and it's not easy, but it starts with our words. In the same way that you can choose the words in your mind right now, is in the same way you can choose to breathe consciously, right? The conscious breathing thing I can take action out of. In the same way, your mental state that goes on by itself, the nana nana goes on by itself. But in this moment, you can choose to say to yourself, I am capable. I have come to this point. I have been able to get through difficult times before. I have been able to share love even when I felt I was unloved. I am able to make beauty, to make good, to make wonder out of every single one of my experiences because I've been able to do it before. That is something we want to manifest, Diana. That is something we want. That is something we can actually say, you know, and want people to believe it with us. A remedy and a consultant with me. Not even close to that. Please reach out. Please do. Please, Diana. We actually have a medicine mother in this space. You know, like that's what she does. So like as I was like reading your messages, I was thinking about Shannon, and then you mentioned I will pay, and then I was like, okay, the universe is telling me to tell you about Shannon, because I don't want you to pay for anything. I believe that the goodness of life is there for you to have for free, but some people can help us see more of that as well. My best reach outs happened in these comment sections. You will get through this. Yes, you will. It's so hard taking care of a 72-year-old sick dad and my girls and my dog. Can't even imagine. Really, Dana, I can't even. I put my email in the chat. Did you catch it? Nope. Unfortunately, Reddit automatically removes email addresses. Ugh, YouTube. Like, it's difficult, Shan. It's so difficult. Like, I don't know what to do. Use your dog's routine to start. It's how I maintain my mindful moments. I have not had more than 4 days away from my kids since they were born, and I have felt suffocated in responsibility. Take the small moments where you can. I believe that. Manifestation is what has me where I am. I think the domestic violence just messed me up so much that I'm just now regaining the I am. And it's an amazing journey. And I believe in you, Diana. Like, the fact that you got abused is the most atrocious thing in this universe. And it's so difficult for a lot of people to move past that because not only do some people consider themselves victims, but you were a victim to an asshole, to someone so small that they had to hurt you, you know? So, on a visceral, on a physical level, you have been victimized by the infinity. But what happens is that we become so identified with this role that we've been dealt, this role that we had to play as a victim to an abuser, that we tell ourselves that that is who we are. And we tell ourselves that we're no more than that, that we're just this victim. Can I put my phone number? Probably not. You can try. You can try. Yeah, you can try, Diana. You can try. I don't know if it will work. Like, my email didn't appear in chat. Nope. Nope, chat. Yeah, YouTube doesn't allow stuff like that. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, create a Reddit account and then share your Reddit username. This kind of sucks. Like, this kind of rubs me wrong right now, Shannon. I'm getting a little bit pissed off at. I understand why they're doing it. I understand completely, but it makes me angry. Okay. Maybe if I break it up, let's see. Maybe if you send it in pieces. There we go. I think it's working. I see SMD. SMB. There we go. I think it's working. Yes! Shannon's big brain is coming through. Let's see if the. Okay. I think it's good that you're sending it apart. There we go. Sick. I think it's gonna work. Oh, when I was younger. I think I've missed a lot of the Reddit comments. I'm sorry, friends. Maxine, Gobnugget. Diana, are you on Reddit? No, she's not. I don't think so, unfortunately. It took lots of years to undo lots of damage my parent did, says Gob. Not to discredit the good they did, but I became aware of the toxic patterns I inherited, and I have been devoted to melting them forever. Me too. Thank you, Brother Gob. How beautifully articulated is that? You know, our parents did do a lot of good for us. Absolutely. But they also perpetuated a lot of bullshit that was perpetuated onto them as well, you know. And I feel like we have this opportunity because of the amount of information we have access to, Gob. We got to see so many fractals that we could notice those fractals inside of ourselves. And as soon as we gained that level of recognition, is where we became something new, where we broke the pattern. You, gobbledygoo, melting all of that stuff away, man. Turning yourself into the gob nugget himself. As humans, we fall short sometimes, and as parents, we're not exempt from that. Beautifully said. Self reflection and awareness helps me try to allow myself rest, but push through where I can. I like that on B. Taking the small moments is a very beautiful point that was shared by Natalie as well. You know, like really taking the small moments. Both my parents shouldn't have had kids. I haven't had my parents in my life in decades, and I strive every day to never be like them. That doesn't mean I wasn't affected by their abuse. Absolutely. And for what it's worth, Maxine, even though they may not have, they may, were not supposed to have kids, I'm happy that they did. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't have you, you know? And I'm exponentially like that's the paradox, you know, like, and I can say this, but I'm saying it for shock value, right? I'm saying it so that you can feel something in a moment, and then that something you're feeling can be revealing. I am happy, even regardless of the abuse you had to go through, for you to be here right now. Like I would have it be done again, Maxine. I'm sorry, just to have you in this moment with us because we love you so much, and the things that you went through informs the things that you will be, informs the people you will help, informs the art that you will make. You know, these things are you now. These things will be expressed in everything that you do, and it will make everything more beautiful because of that. You are not a victim. You are divine. Thank you, Melty. I totally understand. I'm not offended. I knew you wouldn't be, you know, but it might to the friends, to some friends in the space who might not understand, you know, the way we understand. Maybe like, you can't say shit like that, Melt. I know. But with Maxine, I'm brave enough to. Love to you, friend. I'm going to desperately try to make it to girls' dinner on Thursday evening. Is there going to be like a little bit of a get together on B? That sounds amazing. That worthless feeling can be very hard to shake sometimes. You, on B, have already provided value. So, provided worth. You can never again consider yourself worthless. Dum-ts. What's up? What's up? Hit me up. But I know it goes away. It goes away, friend, and I'll continue to remind you that you are so valuable, so worthy, so much worth, the goodest of worth. But I know it goes away. You cannot undo the damage, just transform it exactly, like butterflies, like worms cocooning into butterflies. Not victims here, only winners. Winners! Yes, to be in this moment. You've won. You are winning. The fact that you're here now means that you have won. Literally. More so than most people could even imagine to. I'm 5 foot and 120 pounds. He was 6 feet. Does anyone see it? The Reddit was how I found you. Okay, so you do have Reddit. Maybe if you send your username, we could like get you on that side. No, see my number, Diana. I cannot be undone, Shannon and Nana. I got it, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you, Diana. I'm looking for them's hearts. I'm honestly so embarrassed. I took so much of your time. Why are you embarrassed, Diana? You didn't take anything. I gave you. We gave you something. You cannot take anything from us that we're unwilling to give. If we were like, oh, Diana wants to take from us, banana, banana, banana. No. No. We were lovingly giving to you, friend. Uh, like you guys were probably jamming. I wish we could merge all the chats. Help so many. It would. It would help me especially because YouTube comments are ass. But eventually, you know what? When it is what it is. Uh, it helps so many. So much love to you again, Diana. I'm burning sage and Palo Santo. I've burned probably like six, maybe pushing 7 sticks of Palo Santo in the last 4 months, and I've loved it to death. Like that was my first 7 Palo Santo sticks, and I'm very happy with them. I loved it so much. We welcome it all. We show up for ourselves and for one another. We love you infinite, Diana. Yes, we do. So much, my friend. You know you've saved me more than once. Melton the OGs, thank you. Diana, you'll save us too, friend. You'll save others. Think about that. Not only have we been able to save you, I would say conceptually in this moment, right? Because I believe you saved you. We might have helped, we might have shown you that love is true, but ultimately you saved you. And in the same way, as you have now been saved, you will continue saving others going into the future. You know, maybe it's a person working in services, maybe it's a person that is helping you in an office space, hospital, store, the dentists, whatever, and you just get to be such a loving presence for them, such a genuine divine node of the infinity that they decide to continue living themselves. Believe, friend, that you will save others as well. What it is we're doing in this space isn't just this space, right? It's us as individuals contributing to this space, coming together in this space, and then feeling what it is we're feeling. But I hope at least that this space perpetuates in a way where as we exit this space, we go into the world, we become active participants within the world, and we do so out of that place of love. We love you, Diana, says Maxine to you as well. You have the whole Reddit loving you too, friend. So much love to you. I really needed to hear that. I'm not alone. You are not alone, Maxine. That's not even Maxine. On B. The freaking little profile pictures. I feel like weirdly enough, that's the thing that I've been more triggered by than anything about Reddit breaking. Is the fact that the little pictures aren't lined up with the names anymore. Because I could eventually just see the little picture and then know who's saying the words instead of having to read the name. And now my brain gets bamboozled. I guess I have to be even more conscious, which helps. So thankful she shared well. She shared today with all of us. Thank you. Thank you. So not only, Diana, the things that you share resonate, but it was valuable to the people listening. So this feeling you might have of, oh, I shouldn't have so and so, not only should you have, but because you did, people got to have a good experience, got to have the experience that they needed to have because of that. So thank you, Diana, for contributing to the space always, friend. I've been going since 5:15 a.m. and I thought about a nap, but now I'm getting a little more taken care of. Aunt B, please take moments for yourself too. You are so loved and so seen. Thank you for all you do that we don't. You know, everything you do that people don't see, everything you do that the kids don't know about. Thank you for those things. I appreciate you so much. Maxine says, I love that the space feels safe enough for us to all share parts of our lives. So grateful that the space exists and that y'all are in it. You are the space, Maxine. We, as a collective, are the space. You know, to me, the imagery is like the whole net of nodes does work, but a little bit more human-esque way of imagining it is just hands that we're holding. You know, and as we're holding hands, we're making a little circle, and in this circle encapsulates a space, and that space is where it is we are right now. You are the space creator too, friend. Holy moly, I'm dead to the world that early. Get it, girl. On B is an absolute machine. Christian theology? TW, Christian theology? Natalie says Diana has helped me hold it up while I try to strengthen this fancy new spine. You can help and hold it up. I'm so confused. I think I might have missed a few. I've learned so much and you've helped me build a little spine, little by little. Diana, eventually you're gonna be so strong. You're just gonna be melting through the whole universe, dude. Nothing's gonna stop you. I get so happy when Reddit messages messes up my avatar swap. It's also holding a cup. Exactly, Diana, little by little, one day by day. New Year's Eve, I believe, or January 1st. That's when I saw you all for the first time. This year's New Year's Eve? That's actually amazing. When did you start, Melty? I started in the year 2021. The first day of the year 2021 was when I started. Diana, we can help hold it up while you try to strengthen it. Christian theology. There was a youth pastor while growing up that preached that the church was a sense of community, that therefore the church was not a building, but inside you. Yeah, I understand that. That's technically what the church is supposed to be from the beginning, you know, but it became this business, a cult technically, that it was just about extracting resources. Technically, at least 10% of all of your resources every single month. And if you don't do that, God's gonna hate you. And if you do it, God's gonna give you so much more. Yeah, surely He's gonna give you so much. So give all of it to me so that God can give to you something. No, no, no. You as God can give something to me, and I as God can give something to you. But there is no God outside of us that's gonna give you something. I wish this live never ended. I have to look up old videos. Like there is a stonk catalog, 691 other videos. Like there's actual gold. Weirdly enough, I have a list. I have a list, Diana, of the best streams to me personally. Where after the stream, I'm like, yes, that stream was straight up fire, you know. And I saved the names of those. Go and look. Go and look. You know, there's a bunch of cool ones. There's a bunch of cool ones, and you can search for like names as well if you have anything that you're interested in specifically. You know, something you're curious about, epigenetics. Like I've talked about a bunch of stuff. You know, eventually, this is probably gonna be nothing that I haven't talked about. I was there 2021. Oh, okay. So you've been here from the start? Have you been from the very start? I have to look up old videos. My daughter says the same thing, Diana. Did life never end? She does. She actually does. It's gonna never end. And like I had this moment today where I was like realizing that there was an expectation and a suffering in Amara as well, where she expects me to do the whole jokey. Oh, I'm probably gonna never end it until I just burp or something like that. And I'm like thinking now I'm trying to be creative with how I can end the stream creatively so that it can bring a joy to Amara. Thank you, Shannon, for sharing so much love with us. A circle. The circle be unbroken. It can't be broken. The circle can't break. It just gets smaller and larger. The ice cream in the morning. Living the freaking dream. Took my fiber and vitamin D like a middle age. The support, please. I mean, vitamin D and fiber, some collagen as well. It's always good. Emotional eating is something I really have to watch. Me too, friend. Melty, did you decide to start streaming after you discovered Haywire Hill, or was it before? It was before, friend. I started streaming way before. Like, Uncle Becky found me as I was streaming. You know what's weird? I found eating ice cream calms me down for some reason. I mean, it is kind of cooling, and the experience of being not calm can be heating, if you will. Before, and we streamed for a while before we had the sub. That's true. That's true. It all evolved from the space, for the space. Thank you for the timeless beauty. Grateful for you, friends. Grateful for you. Thank you again for the timeless beauty, Maxine. We're gonna do card time. Oh my goodness, how old I was. One of your day one homies. Yes, found you Reddit, I think, first. I think so as well. Long before. Yo. Because I was technically streaming on Reddit a little bit before I started streaming on YouTube as well. She watches the streams, but at the time she says hi, the end of yoga, the sangas on Sunday. Yeah, she's an absolute machine. She's watching Shan. Found you on Reddit, I think. My daughter is 9. Followed your dancing AM video. Yo, dancing in the AM times. Car time. It's car time. I realized that I was gonna burn myself out if I continue doing it that way, Diana. And it's more important for me that I continue doing what it is I'm doing than it is for me to do any particular thing, right? And I feel like that's almost something that's important for all of us to remember is it is always more important for you to continue being able to do what it is you love than being able to do only one of the things that you love. Grateful for you, Wabi Gabi. Thank you for the love again, Maxine. I remember the first day I saw your stream and you mentioned Uncle Becky and Aunt B, and I thought, wow, his whole family streams together. I mean, they're basically my parents at this point. They've adopted me too. Right before your Discord started. Right before the Discord started. I remember that as well. Oh, what a trip that is actually. A wide stop by early Mel's dancing stream and would not wide. I would stop. There's a deer. There's a deer on our yard. One of his horns are gone. I want to show you. I'm gonna gently reach forward. Then I'm gonna turn this camera to the side. Look at that little dude. This is a little deer casually coming onto our yard. Am I that zen right now? One of his horns are gone. So maybe he's an outcast. But how fantastical that we get to see that. Oh, he's eating the piola, the things falling from the tree, the seed pods. It's all crunchy. Oh, you're beautiful. I wonder what happened to your little horn, little dude. This is magical to me. He's so tiny, actually, still. We call these dekertjies. Such a zen little dude. He's so cute, right? And that as we're like, oh dear, says Gavdigu. I want to see, I got to show you. I'm so happy. Deer is one of my spirit animals. There we go, Maxine. Now Puppy is waking up. No, Puppy. She's gonna chase him away. She's gonna chase him away as soon as she figures out. I want to show you if it's gonna happen. Let's see what happens when Puppy figures out there's a deer. That deer is gone. I could. That was not my fault. You saw. You saw. Like as soon as she woke up and she heard the, she ran like this way, and then she realized. I hope it was at least dramatic enough. It was a beautiful scene at least. I knew that she wouldn't, catch the deer at least. You're not even close to me fast enough. I pray to instill the same in all. Please continue to friend. Follow your dancing car time. That's a pretty name, Diana. They're always have deer in my yard. They're coming to eat the carb apples now. Usually they don't, like they come at nighttime, but this little dude was just like during my stream as we were having a conversation, walking all the way up to there. So like he clearly didn't see me as a threat at all, but as soon as the dog saw him, he had to get out of Dodge. I wish we could share photos. Eventually we will be able to, Diana. I feel like it's gonna be difficult to implement, but this platform is gonna keep growing in that way. We should join the Discord. Please do. Please do, Diana. You can share photos with us. I just downloaded the app. Thank you. My favorite treat as a child was my mom's homemade cloved crab apples and her homemade dill pickles. I don't know what cloved. I'm guessing it's like a flavor crab apples. What do I do next? If you're gonna have to find the Reddit maybe again and find u/meltmore, and then you'll find the Discord link there. You should be able to find it. Sorry, friend. That sounds amazing, Natalie. It does. Nothing to stop them. Good, they run fast. Good, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm very happy about that. Door was completely, or the gate was completely open as well. I literally have deer tattooed on me. That's so cute. This is so surreal. Another reason why I love your stream so much. So raw and genuine. So many mystical experiences while streaming. It's magic. It's actual magic to me at this point, Maxine. Like, if I wasn't here in this moment streaming like we were, I wouldn't get to experience the deer just eating, you know, seed pods, crunching on the seed pods. I wouldn't get to see stuff like that. Now I did. You have lions, Melty. No, fortunately not. They got your back. Thank you, love. Picture of whole clothes. Oh, after stream incoming melt. After the stream. I exactly what that means. The day a hawk shows up on stream, I'm gonna lose my mind, Melty. I don't. We do have hawks, but not a lot. Maybe we'll see a hawk. Nothing to stop them. Good thing they run fast. Goats too. They all deers in the U.S. love to eat pot plants. I mean, they would be pretty tasty, wouldn't they? Of all of the plants you could eat, is she a Jack Russell? Yes, she is. Little Jack Russell. Compassionate Pele. Beautiful card. Goats too. I've heard. I think there might be goats on the Haywire Hill. Just maybe. Just like a goat or two. I'm the grandma of the crew. Diana, we have like I don't know if she would appreciate me saying this, but we have friends like East Coast Rabbit, who was like at the OG Woodstock. You know, like you're definitely not a grandma friend. My book is actually wet. Like the grass is releasing water to the air or something. Compassionate Pele. Card number 41. It's beautiful. Mel, can you please send Maxine a hug for me? I will surely. Maxine. Hug coming all the way to you. Miss Kate and Red. There we go. Exactly. You're definitely not a grandma. And even if you were a grandma, you are a person first. You are this beingness. You are awareness. You are first before you're a grandma. Pele is the compassionate volcano goddess of Hawaii. Traditionally, she is depicted as powerful, yet selfish, contrary, even vengeful. This card's alternative depiction comes from a shared vision relating to her compassionate and passionate side. She is as we are, maturing and becoming more loving and compassionate. We were talking about anger today, huh, Maxine? That vengeful, that fury, and we tuned into the compassion. She is as we are, maturing and becoming more loving and compassionate. Compassion is not passive. It is actively opening the heart through the awareness of the interdependence of all things, including other creatures, nature, and the inanimate world. At our core essence, we exist as pure unconditional love. Realizing empathy and concern for others, we sometimes forget this essence, or in our emotional immaturity, act as if we have. Compassion is the embodiment of emotional maturity and the clue to becoming to becoming to get better at understanding our humanness. Compassionate Pele now becomes an example and guide for those who are intentionally remembering their soul essence. Hearts created from sacred geometry's golden spirals inform your movement towards emotional maturity. As we mature together, we realize hope for the human race. Let this card be a reminder to walk the path of peace and compassion in every way, every day. Know that your every thought, word, and action has an effect on the whole and touches the spirit of every other being. We said that twice in stream today. Once in passing, twice in like a this is like important to say again, and now the third time being confirmed here. Walk in awareness with compassion for all of creation. You know, like the first thing that I thought to myself is from the compassionate place of the deer is like, but friends, so much. So much. Thank you. Thank you so much for being in this moment with me, for being compassionate with me. Slav. Lots of friends are mid age. Doesn't matter at all. No, it doesn't. Indeed, I'm 36 years young. There we go, Maxine. 35 here. So much love to you all. Love to you, Aunt B. Got to get stuff done for now. Take care. Thank you, Aunt B, for everything you do, friend. Love you. I'll see you again soon. Not a grandma. Not even close to it. I had one named Bailey Rip. One Bailey Rip could kill anything. That's why I said you own lines. Oh, okay. Thank you for the love, friend. Just need to continue the journey as healthy as possible. Keep showing up. Keep showing up, friends. Doesn't have to be in this space, but for what it is you love. Show up for love, and you'll find love. Show up for love. Find love. Show up for love and find love. Amy Jane. Hey, Melty Moo. The Amy Jane. Do I know Amy Jane? I know you now, but maybe you have a different Reddit username. Who would say Melty Moo? Amy Jane. Love you, friend. Thank you for joining me. I'm so sorry to be tuning out as you're tuning in. I'll see you again soon, though. Maybe tomorrow. There we go. Unamused hipster. So much love to you, friend. It's been a while since I've seen you. You've been missed. So missed. If you want to watch a stream, if I've ever recommended for you to rewatch a stream, today's stream is worth rewatching. We had some good times. We got to see a deer. There was a deer that just straight up walked up, into the camera. I mean, not technically into the camera. Maybe we would be able to see it. No, probably not. But walked, into the yard. I got to show you on camera. It was quite funny. I was like, oh, look at this little dude. Oh, you're done. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, that's fascinating. It was so cool. I am done. Sorry, friend. We're like nearing the 2 hour mark. I'm really cold. Kind of tired. I hope you all I love you all so very, very dearly. Melt and all of your incredible friends. As we love you, Shan. So much love to you too. Hate goodbyes. Like Diana, if you hate goodbyes, we'll just pretend, like I'm having a conversation, and then as I'm having this conversation, I'll just like reach out and forward, and then instead of saying goodbye, I'll say I love you. Wish we could do like 24-hour lives. Maybe one day. maybe one day. Show up for love and find love. Show up for love and find love. Show up for love and find love, Diana. Love you. Thank you. Oh man, Natalie sent something.